Mayor Ron Anders with the Mayor's Minutes for our February 20th Auburn City Council meeting. During the Committee of the Whole last night, Mayor Pro Tem Beth Whitten nominated Robert Crumpton to serve on the Cemetery Advisory Board, and the City Council unanimously approved Mr. Crumpton. He'll begin serving immediately and will have a 4-year term that goes through 2028. Certainly want to thank Jerry Smith for serving 2 full terms on our Cemetery Advisory Board. During our regular agenda last night, we had a number of board vacancy announcements, and I'll list all of those. The Waterworks Board, there's 1 vacancy. Downtown Design Review, 1 vacancy. Historic Preservation Commission, 2 vacancies. The Auburn Public Library Board, 1 vacancy. The Cemetery Advisory Board, 1 vacancy. And the Board of Education for Auburn City Schools, 1 vacancies. Some of these are have incumbents that have served 1 full term. Some of those incumbents will be seeking a 2nd term. A few of these have open seats where people are retiring after 2 terms or have choosing not to move forward with a 2nd term. If you're interested in any of these boards and commissions, I encourage you to go to the city's website, read about these boards and commissions, understand the decisions they make, how often they meet. If this is something you're interested in, you might want to check and see if there's an incumbent that is seeking a 2nd term, and certainly we will welcome your application if you are interested and consider your desire to serve our community through these means here in the near future. Under the consent agenda last night, the City Council approved all the temporary street closings and entertainment districts for all of our 2024 community events. This includes all of our parades and our downtown events and closings. So if you want to see what the list of those are, please go to our council packet information, and they are listed on that. City Council approved the updates for the Engineering, Design, and Construction Manual, as well as the Water Resource Management Design and Construction Manual. City Council also accepted the maintenance of approximately almost 4.9 miles of streets previously maintained by the Lee County. All of these streets have been identified due to the annexation of property on either side of these streets that are now in the city of Auburn. City Council approved a contract with Dell Marketing to purchase 20 laptops for our police department, 4 cars for their police vehicles, and City Council approved a contract with Skipper Consulting for Renew Opelika Road Phase 3 Access Management Study. Under ordinances last night, the City Council approved the annexation of approximately 160 acres at 94 Lee Road for the Industrial Development Board. The City Council approved the annexation of a little over 2 acres for a lift station located on Biltmore Lane north of Interstate 85. And the City Council approved almost 3 acres at 2220 Estate Drive for the Barrett family. Under zoning last night, the City Council approved the rezoning of approximately 11.2 acres from rural to limited development district. This property is located at 1415 Moores Mill Road. It is the location of the Fountain Gate Church property, and they are looking to build a new sanctuary. City Council also approved the rezoning of the property that I earlier mentioned at 94 Lee Road, 160 acres for the Industrial Development Board from rural to industrial. Under resolutions last night, the City Council approved a conditional use for the Ridgecrest Bedell Housing Complex at 945 North Donahue Drive. City Council also approved the conditional use for West Veterans Storage for a commercial support use for a climate-controlled self-storage facility. This property is located at the 600 block of West Veterans Boulevard. City Council also approved a tax abatement from Lewa America in the Auburn Technology Park South. Lewa is making a $5.3 million investment into their company and hiring 24 new employees, and we certainly appreciate their continued growth in the city of Auburn. Under contracts and agreements, City Council approved a contract with Batson Cook for the Auburn Public Library ADA restroom renovations. This is a budgeted project of right under $600,000. City Council approved the purchase of vehicle equipment and installation from ProLogic for 23 police vehicles to upfit those vehicles. This is $263,000 in a budgeted item. And the City Council approved a redevelopment agreement with the Auburn Housing Authority for the Ridgecrest Housing Complex. And this is 56 new units. The older units that will be torn down right there on North Donahue Drive, and 56 new units will be rebuilt. The City of Auburn will help access $1.8 million of the $20 million needed to support this project, and we're proud to do that. $1.3 million of that are federal funds that the City of Auburn can access on behalf of the Auburn Housing Authority, and $500,000 of that comes from our general fund. This is an exciting project. It's one of the most important developments in my time here as being mayor, as we provide new and improved housing for 56 families that live there in the Ridgecrest complex. I want everybody to know that also lives in public housing in our community that it is our goal to see all of our housing stock be renovated, and we'll continue to work at that. But for right now, we are very excited for these 56 units and look forward to the day that families are moving into those new homes. Under Mayor's announcements, I want to tell everybody thank you for all their hard work with the War Eagle Run this past Sunday. Almost 4,000 runners went through downtown and through campus to participate in the War Eagle Run, and there was a lot of cooperation, and I appreciate our citizens being patient, and I want to thank our public safety for all their hard work with this. I want to thank the Presbyterian Community Ministry for their great work that they continue to quietly do in our community as they help people with housing repairs and help people take care of some of the bills that they need assistance on. They have been a part of our community for almost 60 years and have done great, great work. I want to remind everybody that on March 5th, the primary will be coming up. I know that's spring break here in Auburn. I encourage you to make sure you vote before you go out of town if you're not going to be here on March the 5th. And also to make sure you know where you're voting. We have 5 new voting locations in Auburn. 4 of those are in churches. 1 is in our new city complex at the Wire Road Soccer Facility. Please go to the Secretary of State's website and make sure you know where you'll be going on March 5th to cast your vote. And finally, I want to recognize the life and the service of Dick Phelan, who passed away recently. Dick served on the City Council for 16 years, was the Mayor Pro Tem for 8 years. Dick was a veteran who was a Navy fighter pilot, a Naval Academy graduate, and he and his wife Edna were super citizens in our city and did a lot for our community. Dick served on our Veterans Committee. He was an active member of the Rotary Club, and he was just one great guy, and we'll certainly miss him. This is Mayor Ron Anders with the Mayor's Minutes.